Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and my channel is all about don't want to cook, don't like to cook, don't have time to cook. I love food. I like eating, so I'm forced to cook from time to time. Today I'm going to show you how to make a sweet potato pie, and I add sweet twice because I like it very sweet, but I'm going to show you some variations how you can change that. Now I have a mixer. You don't need that. You can do it by hand. I have 4 sweet potatoes. I'm going to be measuring out 3 cups of sweet potatoes. I have 2 eggs. I have sugar. I keep it in a bag, no roaches. I just don't want to have a mess. I've got some flour. I have brown sugar. I've got cinnamon. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon. That's pure vanilla, a teaspoon. I've got allspice. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon. I'm using evaporated milk and 1 whole stick of butter, which is, I believe, 1 cup of butter. I'm not sure. I think it's a half a cup. I have to check that. But anyway, you need 1 stick of butter. And it's unsalted. I got to get the salt out because you need a little bit of salt. And I have 2 eggs. Everything is room temperature. I'm going to melt my butter though in the microwave. This comes together in about 15 minutes. Oh, I got to get my pie crust out. I'm using 2 pie crusts that are store-bought. You can make your own if that's your thing. And they can be frozen right out of the oven, right out of the freezer, or you can put them in defrosted. I've defrosted mine in the refrigerator. So I'm going to put you guys on pause. Let's get cooking. Okay, I've got my potatoes peeled. Now I roasted mine in the oven. You can boil them, you can bake them, you can microwave them, poke little holes on them. I poked holes and put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 1 hour. You can definitely use them out of the can. If you use them out of the can, make sure you drain them extremely well, and the pie is equally as delicious. And the reason I call this sweet potato pie, some people use Eagle brand condensed milk, that'll make it sweet. Some people use just brown sugar. And I'm going to use brown sugar and a combination of regular sugar. And I melted my butter in the microwave. So I'm going to start with 2 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and put most of the stuff in here. And then I've got 1 complete stick of butter that is unsalted. Oh, I forgot the salt. You need a little bit of salt to offset the sweetness. You know, you should always put salt in cake and everything. It's just a little bit of salt. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of evaporated milk. Do not use half fat, 2% or anything like that. It needs to be richer. Using a half teaspoon of allspice, because those that know me know I do not like nutmeg. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm Jennifer. Upload 2 videos a week. Always include an inspirational quote, tell a controversial joke. I'm going to add 1 cup of brown sugar. That gives it a different dimension of flavor. It's not as sweet as white sugar. That's why I'm going to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of white sugar. That's what makes mine sweeter than most people. And then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of flour, tighten it up, and I'm going to use some vanilla. Don't really measure that. I like vanilla. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mixer going and mix it. You just want to mix it until smooth, and then pour it into the pie shells. And I have my oven set at 350 degrees. Here's my 2 pie shells I forgot to take out. Let me go ahead and get this mixed. I'm actually making 2 pies. Now, I like my sweet potato pies really creamy. Some people like a little texture to it with a little chunky. I mean, now don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm not gonna eat it, but I prefer it to be really creamy. So I'm just gonna scrape down the sides of this and mix it very well. Yeah, this recipe will make 2 pies. I'm gonna eat 1 and freeze the other. They freeze for up to 3 months. You have to wrap it in a cling wrap, which is like saran wrap as we call it here in the United States, and then also in foil. I'm going to mix this again and then get ready to put this in the oven. Okay, and as you see, there's no strings. I learned a long time ago that the key to not having a lot of strings in your sweet potatoes is to actually buy smaller ones instead of buying a bunch of big ones. So that's why I buy the teeny weeny ones, because I don't want to deal with having to deal with the strings. And if you have a food processor, excellent. You don't have to deal with the strings. You can just run it through the food processor, and that will take care of all the strings that turn up in your sweet potatoes. So here's my 2 pie shells. You just want to kind of eyeball it and get them kind of equal. Just kind of split them up. Because this is 3 cups of potatoes. I hate when people say a pound of potatoes, this is potatoes. How are you gonna know? So you could measure them, like I said. So that's what I did. I cooked them in the oven for 1 hour, and then I got them together and put them in a cup. Just kind of mixed it up like that. You just kind of smooth this out. Make sure it's smooth. These are 9-inch baking pie shells. If you like them really sweet, don't use any brown sugar. Just use completely white sugar. This one has a little less, so you can always scoop some in. Could have used another potato, but they're just for my husband and myself. And you guys know I like to add a inspirational quote and add a controversial joke with each video. I try and upload 2 videos a week. Sometimes that doesn't work out. And like I said, if you want to use the condensed milk, definitely leave out all the sugar and just add the condensed milk. So there you have it. Got your
I'm not
pies.
sure how to help you with that.
I apologize. I have an Alexa refrigerator, and she likes to talk sometimes. So here's pies, showing you how they look. So I'm going to put these in the oven, 350 degrees. Watch your oven. Everybody's oven is different. Some people's oven will burn, like mine sometimes. So I got these off of Amazon. So I'm probably going to go ahead and put these on here. They're like a little protective cover, and keeps them from burning. You might cook 45 minutes. It might cook an hour. Most of the time when I cook a pie in my oven, the shell on the outside gets too dark for me. So I normally cover this up for at least 30 to 45 minutes. And I just put this protective little cover on there like that. Show you guys. So the pie doesn't burn. These were $9 on Amazon. It came with 2. And you can always add them on, after, if you notice they're getting too brown. But I did that with my sweet potato pie, and I ruined the pie because I used foil. I didn't have one of these, and that's what made me buy it. So there you have it. I'm going to put these in the oven, come back and show you guys what they look like. They're absolutely delicious, and you can always taste your filling and see if you like it sweeter. And like I said, I use allspice and I use cinnamon. You can use nutmeg, you can add ginger, a lot of different things you can add to this to make it your own. So catch you guys back in about 1 hour. Oh, I want to come back on camera and tell you guys, I keep my brown sugar in the freezer. A nice little trick, it stays soft. It will stay soft for months, as opposed to keeping it in the cupboard. It will get super hard on you no matter how you package it up. So I put it in 2 Ziploc bags, and then I store this in my freezer. And it's a little hard when you get it out, but after it sits on the counter, it's just like fresh brown sugar. So that's another little trick you might want to keep in mind. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, it took exactly 1 hour. You can see where I stuck a toothpick 2 times in each one. You can use a fork, a knife. I prefer a toothpick because it makes a smaller hole. And like I said, always remember, you can use can. Just make sure you get all of the liquid that comes in the can out of it. You can boil it. You can microwave them. But I think you get a deeper, roasted, more caramelized flavor if you roast your sweet potatoes in the oven. And they didn't look too bad. I could have used more filling in each one, but I was kind of picky when I was going through them. I took all the parts that had little black eyes or looked stringy. And I forgot to tell you guys, when you're mixing with the hand mixer, when you lift the mixer up, if you see strings on there, rinse it and keep mixing, and you can keep doing that to get the strings out. Because for me, hair in food, eggshell in food, and strings in my sweet potato pie are a deal breaker. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get everything set up, turn the camera around, and I have a great joke for you guys. And once again, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. My name is Jennifer. It's Mallory, BSRNMSN, the channel for quick, easy, fast, weeknight, any day meals for people who don't like to cook, don't want to cook, don't know how to cook, or like myself, really don't have time to cook. So I'll be right back and set up and tell you guys my joke. Okay, everyone, here's the final product. This is the way I like my sweet potato pie, very creamy. And don't worry if you don't have a mixer. You can definitely use a potato masher, and it can have little chunks in there. It's still delicious any way you want it. And if you don't like it real sweet, then don't add the granulated sugar that I added. And if you like it less sweet, just use 100%, the 1 cup of brown sugar. Brown sugar has molasses in it, so it gives it a different depth of flavor. So that's why I add the white sugar to it, to make sure it's sweet. And you can add nutmeg. I omitted it because those that know me know I don't like it. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please come back for the next one and hit the notification button so you won't miss it. Here's my joke. Britain's oldest woman turned 114 today. When asked the secret about her longevity, she attributed it to a walk at midnight every night. When quizzed about whether she was concerned about an increase in muggings in recent years, she said that she was not, and she will continue mugging people as long as her health will hold up. I thought that was pretty funny. So anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. And as I said, hope to see you on the next one, and have a great evening.